Hey, what is up, everybody? It's your boy AJ Trip, and welcome to the Word According to Me. We're doing the unpopular opinion once again, and boy, I have some things on here that I think are unpopular. So let's get right to it. So I'm going to start with shoes. You know, there's too much focus on shoes, both men and women. And it's stereotypically a women thing. The women have closets upon closets of shoes. They have they have the same style of shoe in this same type of color. It's like it's one shoe is red, and then one shoe is like cherry red, and one's like off red, or what it's like one shoe with five different types of reds, and or I was gonna say five different types of blacks, but I don't know if this is there's no such thing as five different types of blacks. um But yeah, I think, and then guys do it too. Guys have closets full of basketball shoes, whether it be LeBrons or Jordans. Mainly it's Jordans, but it could be all types of basketball shoes. And really, to me, that's not how it needs to be. You know, you depending on where you live and the type of work that you do, you really don't need a closet full of shoes. Really, right? Really, think about it. Okay, so let's just say that you need a pair of gym shoes slash tennis shoes, just something to wear and go around and walk in, right? Yeah, so let's say that's one pair, gym shoes and tennis shoes, right? So and then let's say depending on where you live, um, maybe like if you live like in a place where it gets snow. Um, or it's main a lot of rain maybe, so you want to get some weather shoes. You want to have some weather shoes. So you want to have some weather shoes, right? So you have some weather shoes. And then of course there are work shoes, which are like the um like the casual shoes, something that maybe that's not like a gym shoe, but maybe that is a shoe that you can obviously go to work in, right? So you want to have some work shoes. Um, and I think for women, you know, um, maybe if you want to have like some dress shoes, you want to have like a high heel shoe or a flat shoe. I think that's something like that. Just one pair of high heels, one pair of flats, you know. So let's go over this, right? Let's go over this, right? So we talked about having a gym slash tennis shoe, right? That's one pair of shoes. And then maybe having, depending on where you live, have like some type of outdoor weather shoe. So that's another pair of shoes. And then maybe you have some dress code at your job, at your work. So you have a pair of work shoes, right? So that's three pairs of shoes right there. So then, if you are a man, you should really only have three pairs of shoes. Really, you should only have three pairs of shoes. You should have a um, um, gym slash tennis shoe, a work shoe, and an outdoor shoe. Depending on and if you live in some place like Texas, maybe you don't even need the the weather shoe. So you just need to have the work shoe and the gym shoe. So two pairs of shoes at the very most. At the very most. The very least. Let's say. At the very most. Very least. And then of course the women you have those three. And then we let you have a high heel shoe and a flat shoe. So that's five. So all of these people who have these big closets and everything like that, closets of shoes and that's ridiculous. If you're a man, you only need three pairs of shoes. If you're a woman, you only need five pairs of shoes. Any more than that is too much. It's too much. It really is. So you hear me out. First, you heard it here first. Men should only have three pairs of shoes. Women should only have 5 pairs of shoes. Anything more would be uncivilized. So the second unpopular opinion, and I actually don't know if this really if this is really an unpopular opinion. It might be actually it actually may be like on the fringe. Some people may agree, some people may don't. It may be like a 50-50 type thing. But I'm going to put all of this in together, right? Having game, sliding into the DMs, the catcalling, we're bring all of this into one topic. Um, and my unpopular opinion is that it's all of it is bunk. It really is. I've always thought for years that having game is so garbage. It really is. It's so garbage, and it has affected the way people talk to each other. Now it affects the way the sliding into the DMs, right? Because most women don't want men to slide into their DMs. Why? Because they don't come correct. They try to have game. They don't try to be nice and sophisticated about anything like that, right? Well, hey baby, you up and all these other things, and and other types of comments that just should not be made to thinking as if that's going to actually, you know, that's actually going to work for you and actually going to get you somewhere. And so yeah, I'm not someone that believes you should slide into any, as a man, you should not slide into any woman's DMs that you do not know and that you do not and you do not know and you do not know that is open to that. You know, you know, yeah, just don't do it. Just it's yeah, it's you're gonna be put on blast. So that's what these girls do now. They put you out on blast, and especially if you end up like having like some type of girlfriend or you're trying to get your cheat on. Yeah, they're gonna send them to your girlfriend and your and your family member, especially if you like don't send pictures of your bodies. I mean, those girls don't want to see that. They don't, so don't do it. You know. Now I'm not saying that maybe you shouldn't try. I guess actually I am saying that you don't try. Yeah, because yeah, I would say do not do it. Do not slide into the DMs. Unless you're given the okay. Unless you were given okay by someone to say, yeah, come on, yeah, hit me on Instagram or hit me up on Twitter in the DMs. You know, then yeah, go ahead and do it. But otherwise, you know, and come correct with it. Don't try to be some type of super player and try to be some type of you know love stud or whatever. No, just come correct. And as a, as opposed to catcalling. Um, Listen, these women they don't like it. They don't, and they don't like to be told to smile. They don't like to, they don't like to be told. They don't like to be yelled at. They don't like to be, you know, they really just don't like to be bothered. No matter where they are, whether it's on the street, whether it's walking, whether it's at work, wherever these women are, they're more or less trying to do something. So they don't want you coming up and trying and bothering them, trying to get your game on. You know, they don't want that. And especially what they have seen, they don't want to be screamed and yelled at, yelled at vulgar things, and don't want to be um just overall bothered. So yeah, so when it comes to the whole sliding into the DMs or trying to approach a woman on the street or anything like that, Nah, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone unless you've been given the upfront to do so. Otherwise, there you go. My next unpopular opinion is gun control, and because I think many people who want gun control, they want stricter, harder gun laws. They want it to be harder to get a gun. They want it for they want more. They want everything. They just want the they don't want the local crazy to be able to find a gun and shoot up someplace just because something they didn't like happened to them. They don't want that, you know. But for me, my unpopular opinion is that I think you just get rid of the Second Amendment, man. I really do. There's for me there's no reason at all, no reason for civilians to have guns. There's no reason. And for the longest time, I said, well, okay, the people out in the woods, because there's still people who live off the land. There's still people who live off the land. They go and they live off the grid. They don't have cell phones or televisions or anything like that, and they go out and they hunt their food, and then they clean it and cook it and eat it themselves and do all of that. There's still people who out there who do that. But I think you can do that with a bow and arrow, with a bow gun. I think you can do that with you know with other types of instruments. You can go out and live off the land that way. To have a gun that shoots bullets, no, I don't. I'm not for that. Not anymore. No civilian should have guns. The only people who should have guns are the military and the police. Those are the only people that should have guns. Nobody else should be having a gun. And they definitely shouldn't be carrying it. They shouldn't be having a gun on themselves. Concealed carry is stupid. It really is. There's no reason for you to have a gun on your person. There's no reason. There's other ways to protect yourself. So get rid of the Second Amendment. Get rid of the concealed carry. Get rid of all of those things. And I think that I think a crazy person is still gonna find a way to get a gun, right? That's the one thing I think. Some people say, they're still going to find a way to get a gun and shoot and kill people. Um, but I think it's harder. I think it'd be harder. And when you have something like this, right? Because crazy people are always gonna try to kill people, right? But wouldn't you? I know I would. Wouldn't you, as a person, feel much better being able to try to fight off somebody, a crazy person who's swinging a bat or a pole or even coming at you with a knife, than someone who's coming out shooting with a gun? Because you can't fight back with a gun from a gun. You can't fight back. They've got the upper hand. But you can fight back with a knife. Someone has a knife. You can fight back. You can do things to try to disarm him with the knife, or disarm them with the knife, with a bat, with a pole, whatever they would come at you with, right? Because I think that's what I think England, they made some real they made some real strict gun laws over there, and mass shootings went down. Shootings altogether went down a lot. What went up though was stabbings, because there were still crazy persons who wanted to, get their stuff, but they did it with knife. And but as crazy as this may sound, you have a chance to fight off somebody who's got a knife. Then you're not gonna fight off somebody who has a gun. You're just not. You can try, but I don't know if it's gonna work out well for you. So I would say I'll take my chances with the guy with the knife than the guy with the gun. So my unpopular opinion It's not about, gun control. It's about getting rid of the guns, period. Let's eliminate the Second Amendment. And lastly, with my unpopular opinion, something that has come to the forefront on social media recently is the whole steak memes. And it's like, how do you eat your steak? Do you, and it's usually like 1 through 5. They give you 1 where it's not even done. It's not cooked. 2, it's yeah, same thing. It's not really cooked. 3 is kind of cooked. 4 is okay, and then 5 it's actually cooked. Looks cooked, and basically it's like the whole rare, medium, all everything like that. And listen, here's the thing. I don't eat steak. I never have. I haven't eaten steak in a long time. I think back in the day, my grandmother, when I was a young kid, I think she made Swiss steak. I ate that Swiss steak. Ate that. Um, but like regular steak, where you would like get a ribeye steak or any other type of steak, um, like I don't eat it. I don't particularly. I don't particularly. I don't really like it. So not particularly. I just don't like it. But to me, this also goes like with like hamburgers, and any type of like ground beef or anything like that. Um, I'm sorry, you're not supposed to eat the steak with it red. You wouldn't do that with chicken. You wouldn't eat chicken with red. So why are you eating your steak with having it red? No, that makes no sense. Everything you cook should be cooked thoroughly. It tells you that on the package. Cook it thoroughly. Well done. Why are you eating something that's not cooked? That's still mooing. No, no. So, yeah. My unpopular opinion, if you're going to eat steak, if you're going to eat anything, you cook it real well done. You don't eat it rare or medium rare or anything like that. With the yeah, no, you don't do that. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
You don't do that. All right, y'all. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know what you think about the shoes. Do you agree that men only need 3 shoes and women only need 5 shoes, and any more is just wasteful? You know, Having closets full of shoes is just wasteful. Um, about having game and sliding into the DMs. What do you feel? If you're a woman, do you not like it? Do you not care for it? If they come correct, you're okay with it. Um, and men, same thing. Do you do it? Are you someone? I'm someone that doesn't do it. But are you someone that you do it? Do you feel like it's worked for you? You've been able to get in dates and other things like that by doing things like that. And also on to adjacent to that, the cat calling. Do you think catcalling is a big deal? Do you think that sometimes women they overreact to that, or do you feel that they have a reason to? Do you feel like, yes, this is not how we should act in 2019? So talk about that. Obviously, the gun control stuff, the Second Amendment. Um, What do you feel about that? Are you someone who thinks that, you know, are you for getting rid of the Second Amendment? Are you someone who is um who is for gun control but still think you should keep the Second Amendment? Are you someone who just thinks that we are, we are the way it is, and maybe we should even be lesser strict. We should even be less strict with it, and we should, you know, because there's some people that says that the way we stop school shootings is give teacher guns. It's not something that you do you have that theory? and also, if you're gonna talk about this, do it in a respectful way. And I'm not someone that is big into censorship on my channel. If you have a comment, I'll let you hang with it. If let you say something stupid, but on this topic, I'm going to monitor the situation very carefully and make sure that no one goes overboard with this, because you should be able to have a conversation about any topic and be respectful of this. If even if you disagree, you should be able to be respectful of someone's thoughts and not go into the places that seemingly the depths of the internet take you sometimes. So I'm talking about this topic. I'm going to be monitoring the comments very carefully. And then also, of course, the kind of crazy one about the steak. How do you eat your steak? Do you eat it rare? Why do you eat it rare? Why do you not eat it cooked? You know, what's the why? Why do you eat it with everything out there dripping and everything like that? Why? Or are you someone who eats it well done, like you should eat all your food well done? Let me know all down in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy, AJ Tripp, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.